Alright, this is going to be just a small extension of one of the subject matters that I was going to bring up in the previous video, and before I got interrupted. Now, I'm sorry that my videos, this particular... Alright, hang on, they're going to say, oh my god, again when they go by. Alright, that was the same ones that went by. That was the same one that went by and said, oh my god, at the end of the tail end of the video that I had to stop. That this is an extension from. And my name is Leslie Williams, and I'm in San Diego, California. And I'm a target of what is known as organized stalking, organized gang stalking. And I'm currently, periodically, understand that word, periodically hiking out in San Diego, California. I'm above 18, okay, and I'm hiking because I love nature, and that's all the statements I'm going to make in reference to why I'm currently, periodically, hiking in San Diego, California. Now, I'm going to show you the date and time. Okay, it's July 10th, Tuesday, 9:46 a.m. July 10th, Tuesday, 9:46 a.m. And one of the subject matters that was going to be in the previous video that this is extending from is when you can go to YouTube and type in bullying, gang stalking, bullying on steroids. Listen to everything that guy is stating on that news broadcast. Now understand this. He literally says that everywhere I go, I'm bothered, harassed, and stalked. I mean, he literally gets to the point where he's ready to break down and cry. Now, also, listen to this. Listen to how he talks about how they get up on his roof, okay, to make him, and they even show him getting on his roof to show the news broadcasters about, you know, the fact that they have gotten on his roof. And that is done because what they do with targets of organized stalking is they get on your roof. And then when they employ the electronic harassment, they'll literally physically get on your roof. And then when they employ the electronic harassment towards the target then will believe it's people they're hearing on the roof. Because when a target is picked and flagged for these expeditions, they don't know the word. They don't know what's happening to them is gang stalking or organized stalking. Now, once you discover that online, you'll eventually discover what electronic harassment is, the microwave auditory effect, which is literally where they can transmit harassing dialogue to you using radio waves. Okay, just Wikipedia. Go to Wikipedia and type in the microwave auditory effect. Thoroughly listen to, read it, and then look at the external links. That'll give you a good preliminary template in reference to what that is. It's also coined voice to skull. Now, I'm going to show you something here real fast when it comes to voice to skull. I got a backpack that I bought at Target. And as you can see right on it, it says Skull Candy on the end of the backpack. Skull Candy is a name brand of headphones, and they're not involved in these expeditions at all, or their brand. I'm just using that as a reference point. What Skull Candy is headphones that you can put on your head, plug it into iPhone or radio, whatever, and whatever you're listening to bypasses the ear canal, goes straight through the skull and into the audio cortex. Well, that's how the microwave auditory effect works. It bypasses the ear, bypasses the skull. That's why they call it voice to skull, okay, and goes straight into the target's audio cortex. It's nothing but a computer that transmits harassing dialogue using the microwave auditory effect. And that's the reason why they got on his roof, because alright, hang on. Now somebody's giving me a walk by. Let's see if I hear, oh my god, crazy, weird. Or let's see if they approach me. Alright, she just said gang stalking, and then she said stalk. They're the same two individuals. Now, if you clearly listen, make sure that you look at all the YouTube videos and the comments features of this YouTube video. Now, the point I'm trying to make is that what they do is they sensitize targets to what they do. Okay, so the target's constantly having to be on the lookout for what's going to happen next, because the whole goal for them is to wear a target out to break them down. Okay, because that's in part where they make the money, and that's also in part where they can end up taking legal custody of a target as a result of a target breaking down, as a result of them experiencing everything they perpetrate towards the target. And understand this, most targets don't know what's happening to them as gang stalking or organized stalking, so they can't understand why all these people in the community that they do not know are harassing them. They can't understand why they feel stalked as a result, because they're harassed in the same way through sensitization tactics by people that they've never met. Okay, and then when a target goes to the police and complains about it, they say, what do you mean you're being stalked by people you don't know? What, are you crazy? Because that's where the organized gang stalking syndicated police officers come into play here. In the previous video that I made, that's going to also be pasted in the comments feature of this one, as far as its title goes, you'll hear me mentioning about a manifesto that you can go to of a manager who directs organized stalking crews, and it flat out states it in this manifesto. They're directly connected to organized crime in the system. Now, in this news broadcast, which was literally broadcast from Chula Vista, California, which is right next door to San Diego, okay, and a Chula Vista police officer is right on the news broadcast, literally stating that gang stalking's been around forever, and that's literally reached out into the cyber world also, and that it's a felony to the extreme. Now, if the San Diego police are directly connected to these organized crime syndicates, do you really think that they're going to advocate for a target? No. Especially when they've been used directly in the campaign towards a target. What they're going to do is protect their ass, okay, concerning how they illegally used the community notification, which is a law enforcement tool. They're going to protect their ass and call the target crazy by using the corrupt psychiatrists that are mentioned throughout the whole entire manifesto, okay. Now, understand this again and be clear. I'm going to copy and paste the actual manifesto's URL address in this comments feature of this YouTube video as well. But the point I wanted to make to you, fellow San Diegans and fellow Americans, that I am a target of this crime, and I am causing so much trouble in reference to what I'm exposing concerning the places they're using, the people they're using, the ones I can identify at the places they're using, like universities. Go to Google and type in organized stalking or gang stalking space universities, and you'll get 7,600,000 responses. I'm not 7,600,000 people, and I don't have 7,600,000 names. So I think that you should be able to at least get even through, common sense reasoning, that to say these expeditions are factual realities, and that these crimes are happening all over America. Okay, it's nothing but organized crime that is in the system in each state. Okay, and they operate on the same template of behaviors, methods, tactics, and resources. Okay, capabilities and connections. Yes, and that's how targets are actually even stalked from state to state, because it's a nationwide syndicate. Now, I want to tell you something right now. My name is Leslie Williams. Chula Vista, California is literally right next door to San Diego. I have found multiple blogs concerning fellow targets in San Diego. You can go to YouTube and type in gang stalking and Sylvia Amaryllis. If this YouTube video stops while I'm talking, it's because the batteries are in low, so just make sure you look in the comments feature of this YouTube video for a continuation of it. It shouldn't, though, because I'm on full power batteries right now. But understand this and be clear. Chula Vista, it being right next door to San Diego, and I have found multiple targets in reference to their videos and blogs online that have been past targets. I don't know where they're at now, and current targets. You can go to YouTube and type in gang stalking in San Diego. There's a woman by the name of Sylvia Amaryllis. She has all of a sudden stopped blogging and video blogging. So I don't know what's happened to her. Okay, and I don't know if it's because they see me find her videos and such. I am what you call an enemy target, because I'm exposing every place they use all over the internet. Okay, and because of an organization online called Organized Stalking 3, which is their YouTube channel, you can go and look at their videos, and you can see they made 2 videos concerning me, and one of them was literally made about USD. Literally videos that were made on USD property and how I was being gang stalked on their university campus. And the last one they made concerning me was put online on May 3rd, 2012, and they came and evicted me from USD Library on May 21st. 2 hours after I predicted an incident might occur in the library on a video file. that was uploaded an hour before they actually came and evicted me under a totally bullshit, 100% bullshit excuse. And they tried to make it appear like it was because I had weapons on me. I had a small itty-bitty pocket knife on me that was hidden by my shirt, but they knew I had it on me as a direct result of the manager literally sharing with them pertinent information. And then they use this information to try and see if they can develop a scheme to use the information as a reason to help them in either banning the target or bringing about the campaign in a more fervent scale or setting the target up. And that was achieved by them literally stalking me to Walmart and literally them observing that I was buying the knife, the pocket knife. Now understand this and be clear, Sylvia L. Morales talks about how she's gang stalked to Walmart and how they're watching her purchases. Google organized stalking and YouTube organized stalking or gang stalking in Walmart. And look at how my other targets are complaining about Walmart and gang stalking. So I'm here today to tell you this. Go to YouTube and type in gang stalking bullying on steroids. You're going to see the news broadcast of how it was literally broadcast on the news in February 2011, how they literally shown an individual who's being subjected to these crimes, how he states he's literally stalked everywhere he goes and harassed everywhere he goes, that he can't even go out in the community at all without being harassed and victimized by people he doesn't know. And then they cover it on the news broadcast concerning what it is, in part, and then a Lieutenant Richards gets on the news broadcast and talks about how it's a felony to the extreme and that it's been around forever. And then when you look at the manifesto of a manager of organized stalking crews who went offline and typed in who they are, who they're connected to, how they operate, and what they're about, and then went to an internet cafe and posted it online, and it spread like wildfire, especially in the gang stalking community where targets get online and post blogs and make statements in forums that are dedicated for organized stalking targets to get together and talk. It spread like wildfire. And you can go to Google and type in a gang stalking tech, everything you need to know to look at the manifesto. He flat out states they're connected to the police. He even flat out states that some whole entire police departments have been taken over. It's organized crime in the system. He talks about judges, lawyers, doctors, psychiatrists, Medicare workers. So you can Google organized stalking or gang stalking and social services workers, social security workers, postal employees. It's organized crime in the system that has tentacles out in the white and blue collar sector, okay? And what they do is basically do nothing but use their employment descriptions to box targets in, to discredit them, to take everything they got through probate lawyers. You would not believe what I know. And they're targeting me because they know I know it. And they also know that I have proof that the San Diego police are directly involved in the crime that's happening to me. I'm not just talking about allowing it or protecting it. I'm talking about literally, physically, directly attached to it. Okay? And what they're going to do is end up using a staged incident towards me along my routes. Okay? Because since it's going to be a staged event, they're going to stage an incident. Then they're going to stage the witnesses, even using possibly members of the business community, and then using the security guards of those business areas, okay, to stage an incident, blame me for it, call the police, and then the police will come and say, what's going on? And I'll say, I know this guy. They tried this on July 4th at Ralph's with the guy who brutally assaulted me on an MTS bus. Yeah, go to YouTube and type in learning disabled woman brutally assaulted on MTS bus. They literally tried to stage an incident because they knew that I would see him, identify him, and possibly try to take a video picture of him. But I nipped it off in the bud. I didn't let it carry out in reference. He literally tried to lead me into the back of the store where I had no doubt in my mind they were going to assault me because I was already making videos online about being gang stalked by Ralph's employees. Okay, and through the cyber surveillance, they seen I was exposing it, so I believe that was going to be to teach me a lesson. And that also occurred not even a week and a half after I went to the San Diego FBI. My name is Leslie Williams. Make sure you look in the comments feature of this YouTube video to be able to see what's happening towards me in San Diego, California. And I'm here to tell you as well, the FBI is not here to help me. I was camping 150 feet away from the San Diego FBI building where I was being subject to organized gang stalking tactics, electronic harassment, and remote neural monitoring, influencing, and stimulating 150 feet for 7 full months away from the San Diego FBI building. Okay? And when I started getting proof about me being gang stalked along my routes, the San Diego police came and evicted me, not even an hour and a half after I predicted it in a video file. Okay, so you better believe the San Diego FBI do not want this known that a learning disabled woman was being tortured 150 feet from their building for 7 full entire months. Me camping next door to them was an accident. When I came out here, I did not know that they were the FBI building. Okay, it was a little landscape that I discovered 2 days after I got out here. I bought a bike at Walmart, that's why I went there, and Walmart is right the land, that's the property that's right behind Walmart at Stonecrest Plaza, that's where the FBI building is. I noticed the land and decided to hike there. Yeah. So, do you really honestly believe the FBI is going to help me? Hell no. They're not only allowing this and protecting this, but they're going to end up working together with the San Diego police to discredit me, probably through corrupt county mental health after a staged incident, either along my routes, either at a business, walking route, trolley route, university here, or any of my temporary periodic hiking locations. And they're going to use this to start accumulating documentation that Target's homeless, Target can't take care of themselves. I'm not homeless. Okay, I could go and rent a motel room. I could stay with somebody that I did meet here in San Diego that's starting to form an organization online about gang stalking. Okay, I stay with that person periodically, and that person is involved in no illegal or criminal activity whatsoever, and I will not be giving that person's name or address out to no one, because I'm not getting him involved in this expedition. I decide to periodically hike out because I don't like staying with this person for extended periods of times, because then I don't want him to be subject to feverish gang stalking. He'll lose his job, okay? So I'm not here to get anybody else sucked into the fevering expedition that's happening towards me, because they will target them as well. Anybody, you know, that a target comes in contact with. So I'm going to tell you something right now, okay? My name is Leslie Williams. I'm a grown woman. Okay, I don't have paranoid schizophrenic or schizophrenia or bipolar or dementia, and these are the kind of mental diagnoses that they deliberately diagnose targets with to discredit them, to get a hold of them, to take over their finances. This is why targets are flagged, okay, and picked, because it's organized crime in the system. Probate attorneys, probate judges, lawyers, yeah, and they use the police when needed in order to be able to file the false police reports about Target being homeless. Target can't take care of themselves. Then they petition the state to take over the legal custody of a Target, to take over their finances, to exploit their insurance, and to exploit the Target sexually in a syndicated run organized crime group home. My name is Leslie Williams. Look in the comments feature of this YouTube video, and also pay close attention to, go to Organized Stalking 3 YouTube channel and look at the videos concerning that were made on my behalf concerning me, and you'll be able to get a clear understanding of what's happening towards me. You can go to Google and type in "Learning Disabled Woman Gang Stalked to San Diego Again," "Learning Disabled Woman Tortured in San Diego," "Learning Disabled Woman Brutally Assaulted on MTS Bus," and that assault was predicted 11 days before it occurred in an email file that was printed out, scanned, and attached in a PDF link in a blog. That blog URL address is in the comments feature of that YouTube video that shows me being brutally assaulted. Go to YouTube and type in "Learning Disabled Woman Brutally Assaulted on MTS Bus." I gotta go. Make sure you look at the comments feature of this YouTube video in order to be able to see the continuation of this video, the theme of it, further tidbits of information concerning what's happening towards me, who's involved, and what will happen based on inductive and deductive reasoning concerning how they got to respond to me exposing what they're doing. Thank you.